In this video, we are going to be analysing Bed Bath & Beyond, ticker BBBY. So to get straight into it, what are going to be key resistance levels if we start continuing a small push to the upside? And as of right now, we would be looking at around $12.25 to around $13.50 as a key resistance. Now as well, this would be key to note because if we start pulling back or kind of pushing back up for the time being, this would really be the key focus on where we will probably stop going to the upside unless some sort of pump or something along those lines happens, because really this may be just, well, a lot of people will be bag holding right now, and as it pushes up, a lot of people will probably be locking in profits on that recent high move. So really $12.50 to around $14, people will be locking in profits, and really most likely, and on a reasonable term, we really shouldn't be breaking above that level. So really that will be the key one to focus on, because unless this stock goes parabolic, we are not breaking that level. But if for any reason we do, and we do break it and go higher, we then looking at $18 to around $19.25. Breaking that would take us to $23.75 to around $25. And then a final level taking us to $30 and $31 as kind of these key final levels. And again, this was a pump. You saw it happen before. And in all likelihood, we won't break above this 29, even if we do start pumping. Really, we wouldn't expect it to go as high. We can see this pump, this pump was lower than the previous one. And so even if we get another pump, most likely shorts won't get squeezed out. They're a lot, they manage their trades a lot better than they did on the GME trade and kind of even on the AMC. They've got smarter. They're not going to get squeezed like a lot of people want to see happen. So really that $30, just be noting, we won't go past there. 99% chance we won't go past there, and really more like than not, we're not even going to break past this kind of $13.50. But if you want some closer levels to where we are now, we can quickly knock it down to a shorter term time frame, and then we can get one closer resistance at $10.50. So in this smaller move that we're having now, obviously we have pumped around 40-50% from where we were just about a week ago, but don't forget that is a sell-off from $30. This stock is weak. So if we are continuing this small pump or small move to the upside, 10.25 will probably be the end of that move, and then we'll probably continue to fade to the downside. And what are going to be key support levels if we continue to the downside? Then we're looking at 670 and 775. What is still going to be those key support levels, because those are the statistical means, and that's why we did these analysis when Bed Bath & Beyond were up at $30, and we said it would pull back to at least this $7 mark, because this is our statistical mean where we expect the stock to reverse to. We are now currently bouncing off this a bit, but really the stock is weak. We would probably expect a move back down to at least 775, and in time probably down to the 680. If we break that and continue down, really our final layers of support will be at around the 52-week low at $4.50, and then $2 and $1 as the other statistical level. But again, if you want closer levels, you can always go onto a 20-day chart. You then have a support level at 260, and then you can probably go into a 10-day, and you can get even more levels at 750 and $5.90, and even one at $5. So obviously we have provided a lot of levels here, but all you really need to focus on is once you come into these levels. So for example, if we continue this kind of move to the upside, we come into the 10.25, we would expect some sort of a pullback. However, if we're going to break over that level, we want to see a break over, come back to retest it as support, and if buying pressure kicks in, then it shows this level was held, and more than likely we will push to that next resistance level, which would take us to 10.90, and then again, if we get that same pattern, 11.75, and the same thing onto the downside. If we come back down to this 7.75, and as we've just come into this 9.20 resistance, it's quite possible. We want to see a break below kind of this 775, 750, come back to retest as resistance, and if selling pressure kicks in, again, then you can always expect a move to that next deviation. Now, one thing to note, I do not currently hold any shares in Bed Bath & Beyond, no options, I have no money invested in it, so these are just the levels that I would be paying attention to if you were looking to trade to the upside or downside. Again, I don't care what your bias is, just be paying attention to these levels, pay attention to the resistance if you're long bias, if you're short bias, and obviously be paying attention more to the support levels. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, why not drop a like and subscribe, and check out this analysis video here.